Hello there, my name's Steve Smallman and Manchester Libraries have asked me to make some videos to celebrate this year's Summer Reading Challenge. Now, I hope you've all signed up for it. We're going to be doing some drawings. I'm going to be drawing animals step by step and you can follow me on this video. And today's animal is going to be a rabbit. And we're going to start off with a shape that's round at the top, like a curved line, and then it comes down both sides to a point, slightly curved lines. Looks a bit like a carrot, doesn't it? There's a good reason for that. It is a carrot. I'm going to put some little lines, curved lines across it, because carrots have those little marks down them, don't they, like that? We could even put the few little sprouts of the green bits on the top of the carrot before it's been trimmed off. Now then, next to this carrot we're going to put a circle. Now she's a bit like a circle, that bit's a bit straight, isn't it? But it goes behind the carrot, so if you were drawing all of it, it'd go like that, but we don't need that bit. This is going to be the rabbit's head. And then about here, we're going to do a curved line, and then we're going to bring a line over to the carrot, and then a second one like that. And this is where his hand is going to be holding this carrot. So we're doing a line that comes quite straight there. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 little fingers and a curved line for the back of the hand there, like that. His other arm is going to be behind this carrot, so his fingers are just going to be 1, 2, 3, just holding the carrot on that side. Now, from just about where this arm is starting, we need to do a line that's coming probably fairly straight down, and then we're going to round it off at the bottom like that. And then, excuse me, we need to do a leg. So from the bottom here, we're just going to come down with a little line that's a slight angle like that. And then from here, we're going to do a curved line that comes round over to there. A tiny little straight line down, and then we're going to do curved line at the top, rounded at the end, and then straight at the bottom for his foot. So we did a straight line down, curved line round, and then round, curved line, rounded at the end, and straight at the bottom. His other leg's going to be up in the air because he's walking holding this carrot. So if he was drawing on his body, it'd be around there, his leg would be out here, and his foot would probably be sticking out about here, maybe coming all the way down like that. So don't worry, if your carrot's not as tall or anything, then just draw his whole foot. I'll draw where his body and his foot would be, so you know. That's probably the easiest way of doing it anyway, because then you're drawing the whole thing and not worrying about what bit you can't see, because you can rub those lines out afterwards. And we need some toes. 1, 2, 3 little round toes on that foot, and we need just some curved lines to suggest the toes on that foot. We've got 3, but we've only had to draw 2 of the curved lines. So that looks like a bunny with no face and no ears holding a very big carrot. Now we're going to put a little line at an angle across there to show where his eyes are going to go, and a little line coming straight down his face to show where the centre of his face will be. So his eyes are going to be on that line, one there, one right close to the carrot. If you do a little curved line between those eyes, and then below that another curved line, that will be the top of his nose, and then under that we're going to do Y shape. So it's a sort of curvy Y, and it's going to come down like that. So that's the bottom of the rabbit's nose and the little line that goes down the middle of his muzzle. He's going to have very happy eyebrows, so they're going to be really up high like this, because he's very excited about this carrot. And then from the corner of his nose, we're going to do a little round muzzle round to that bottom of the Y, and the same on that side, like that. And then we want him to have a big smile, so from this corner here, we're going to give him a big smile that comes out the side there, and the other side will go behind the carrot. And then from this corner, we're going to bring his mouth down like this, and put a little line underneath it for his bottom lip. And now we need a tongue, so we're going to draw, well actually we're not going to see the tongue because rabbits have quite big teeth, don't they? So if we just do a little square shape and put a line down the middle of it, they look like two big front teeth. Now rabbits are quite fluffy, so on the side of his cheeks here I'm going to just do some little bits of fluff sticking out like that. You won't see the ones on that side. I'm going to do a little bit of fluff sticking up the top of his head like that. And now I need to do his ears. So I'm going to have this ear coming out in that direction. Sort of two curved lines that's rounded at the end. And then to make it look more like an ear, we're going to do another line on the inside to show the edge of the inside of the ear like that. And then I think this ear should go straight up. Same again. So I've just dented that in a little bit. I did that automatically because rabbits' ears do go a bit like that, but don't worry too much. As long as he's got two, you can tell he's a rabbit, then we're winning. And I want him to be looking lovingly at the carrot, so I'm going to do the pupils of his eyes looking across like that. And then I'm going to leave a little white circle at the top of each of those pupils and then colour around them so it looks like he's got a little highlight in his eye. We can press a bit hard on the top of his eye as well to make it stand out a bit more. And then we can just strengthen our lines here and there so that it's all nice and clear what we've got. We can make his body look a little bit more furry by doing some broken lines like this. Make sure his toes are nice and clear. And put a little bit of we'll put some suggestion of some grass on the floor there underneath him, because that shows that he's standing on something. This is the back of his foot. We're seeing the underside of this foot, so we might even see like a little pads on his toes there. But don't worry too much about that. Anyway, and then we're going to make the carrot a bit stronger. There we go. Right. Now I think we've just got time for a little bit of shading. Actually, we'll rub out those lines that we don't need now. Remember we did some extra ones behind to show where the rest of the bunny was? Well, we don't need them now, do we? It just gets in the way. So this is the time to rub out the lines you don't need. Don't worry too much if you rub out your pencil drawing as over the top. You can always put it back in again. As long as you don't rub it out too hard, you can still just see where it was. And there we have our bunny. But I think I want a little bit of shading because bunnies tend to have a lighter patch around their eyes. If you just do a very light line around their eyes like this, and they also have a lighter patch under their chin, and then their muzzles are usually lighter, so, and they're usually lighter down their tummies. They usually have quite white stomachs, don't they? So if we do those lines like that, we'll just put a little bit of colour behind his teeth. We can put a little bit of shading. Now don't press too hard with this because we want it to be quite soft. A little bit of shading. Put that line back in again, his eyes. But leave the eyes wide. And we can do, if we've got a soft pencil, you can smudge this a little bit, make it a little softer. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to smudge it. Make it look softer. And then his arm needs to be darker, so I'm going to put a little bit of shading on that. A little bit of shading on the back of his hand there. Smudge that a little bit. And then a little bit of shading down the side of his body, a little bit on his foot, a little bit, especially on the top of the foot. The underside tends to be quite light as well. So put a little bit on the top of the foot, that side. And then we'll do his fingers again. A little bit of shading on those. And then the ends of their ears tend to be quite dark, so I'm going to press hard right on the tips. Leave the middle bit of his ear light and do a little bit of shading around the outside. So press hard on the tip like that. A little bit of shading around the outside. There we have a very excited bunny with a very large carrot. It's a good day for bunny, isn't it? One last thing, if you've got time, some whiskers. Do them quickly. A couple up there maybe. Just makes it look a bit more fun and a bit more natural because they do have whiskers, don't they? And I'm putting a little bit of shadow on his body from the carrot. And while I've got some smudge on my finger, I'm putting a little bit down the side of the carrot as well. We'll have him wobbling as he's walking. And that's our bunny.